Hello and welcome back to Dialtown with Sad Paperback Man.
Yeah.
I'm joined, of course, with my sibling Mods.
Hiya.
And this is Norm Allen.
Yes. The last normie on Earth.
And Normie is definitely pushing it, given everything about this man.
Yes.
The astronaut wants to shoot everyone, probably wants to kill Mingus.
Probably. Definitely.
I can't necessarily say I blame him, because Mingus is kind of awful, but also, like, if you want to hurt Kitty, I will throw hands. And he just explained to us the tragic backstory of Callum Crown. And boy, was that quite the story.
Very tragic. Very sad.
But anyway, we're on our way to go find Karen.
I still want to know what the cryptid's relationship with Callum is. I kind of still doubt, due to the Mingus office scene, that there is no relationship.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to wait and find out.
Yes. Ha.
Oh, right! This came right after the story.
I'll be polite, because I feel like this is get shot.
Yeah, I feel like you get shot. You die there.
He deserved better for his service. Poor guy.
What voice did I do for this asshole?
I know he's a cowboy.
Maybe he did, but...
I suppose he's probably supposed to have like a Texan accent, but
that's the way the world works, you know. No system values its pawns. Life ain't about what you deserve, it's about what you get.
Whoa, that's eerie. My friend Karen said that to me once. You remembered that?
Apparently.
The cryptid can barely remember what they had for breakfast.
When it comes to romance routes, the cryptid is very much about remembering all of that shit.
Yeah. You know, the woman you're about to meet?
Meet? You make your arrangements with her, and I'll just keep my distance, thank you very much.
She'll likely have questions about the space cowboy lingering in the distance, though.
She can ask you as many questions as she cares to. My answer's still the same. I swore that I'd accompany you till we reach the mayor, but I ain't said nothing about chatting to your strange friends.
Phonegingi proceeded to leave Norm with Randy for 6 hours.
Yes.
Came back, Norm was on the ground, crying.
Yes! Yeah, if you had to meet any of them, Karen first would probably be the best person to dip your feet into.
Yeah. She's lovely, though. She's no nonsense, just like yourself.
But that little pout! The little pout! That pout, though! Don't try to butter me up. She and I are nothing alike. I can guarantee you that.
You really hate other people, huh?
What gave it away? Was this scowl? Was it the fact that I told you multiple times that I hate everyone?
You know what? I think I'm gonna try and change your mind about that.
Social link, go!
Phonegingi proceeded to handcuff themselves to Norm.
Mm-hmm.
Norm regretted ever complaining.
Or agreeing to this.
Or agreeing to this. You could shoot them, but then you'd have to drag them all the way back to the nearest saw.
Yes.
Not everyone's bad, you know. There's still some good in the world. Sometimes people toss me meat. I hope that you'll get to see that.
And then I
The
get
meat.
some more meat. For the record, accompanying you does not include learning of life. Hang on, I want to retake that. I'm also tired, so I apologize if I'm not like totally throwing my heart.
It's okay.
For the record, accompanying you does not include learning of life lessons. It's in the waiver that I had you sign before we left.
I ate the waiver, you should know that. Phonegingi proceeds to look at the camera. And it's okay, kids, if you want to learn life lessons. Sometimes a friendly cryptid is all you need to learn about the intrinsics of human speech.
Children, go out in the woods and find your local cryptid. Go on a magical adventure with them. You might meet a space cowboy. If I wanted to learn a crushing life lesson, I'd get married again, or rub a kitty's exposed fluffy belly.
How did you get married the first time if you hate people this much?
I only started hating people when I got out of that wormhole.
Okay, so you just gave up on the world, got it.
I mean, yes. Nah, partner, I'm just dandy as I am, thank ye very much. Now, Dan, let's keep moving. Sun's setting, and believe it or not, I don't want to see you break your ankle stepping in a gopher hole, and for me to have to put you out of your misery like a broken horse.
I wouldn't take it personally if you had to. Who's to say I haven't already broken my ankle? Oh no.
Mingus! 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 Who's starting Mingus?
Well, Mingus is the one talking. She occupies the same space as the cryptid, so you...
Me. I appreciate you all meeting with me here yet again. As I'm sure you all know, approximately 1 year has passed since Phonegingi's exile. Which is coincidentally the first time we've all been able to meet! Which is coincidentally the first time we've all been able to meet, now that Billy's out of juvie on probation.
Hey, don't slap the blame on me, Mingles. You have overturned my conviction, got me out instantly.
And I didn't, because fuck you! Let's beat a child. First of all, call me Mingles again, and First of all, call me Mingles again, and it's the death penalty for you, bucko! Secondly, you get 1 free pardon per year, and this was your 17th.
17 convictions in a year is way lower than my annual average, to be fair.
It's only mid-February! Look, my point still stands. The initiation of Phase 2 of Mayor Mingus's perfect society reforms is vastly overdue. Abel dropped by the fun fair to retrieve the green one's shelled spawn for Theoror.
Why did you wait a year to do that?
Maybe they hatch a year later?
Like, you could certainly have done that, like,
Well,
without Billy.
That's a good point. I don't know. Cause she said so.
What voice did I do for Abel?
Biz?
Are you kidding me? Why do I have to collect the eggs? They'll probably be moist.
Very possibly, but alas! Every other member is currently preoccupied with a mission of their own. Abel, you have to do something, sir. You haven't been in this story for very long. Stop complaining and do something, sir.
What about the mustachio dude? He hasn't done much yet.
Theoror is coordinating the tranquilization, retrieval, and containment of Bigfoot. as our mutually beneficial agreement. As per our mutually beneficial agreement.
And I couldn't be more thrilled.
He's very excited.
He still has the megaphone.
He's never let it go.
Why? With competent and well-trained officers, this should be a cinch.
Well, alas, Theodore, those two idiots are all you've got to work with, so plan accordingly.
Did you give him Stabby and Shooty?
Probably.
You want Stabby or Shooty?
Oh, I don't know. I'll take Shooty.
Okay.
You mean us, ma'am? Are there any other 2-for-1 imbeciles in this room right now?
You don't have to be so mean to us, ma'am.
You're completely right. I don't. Also, take a pair of binoculars with you. They should help you locate the feral ape man without getting close enough to startle him. Theodore, take a tranquilizer gun. Snag him from afar. Look for him in Uptown first. I'm certain I've heard through the grapevine that the bank has a vault chock full of bananas just for him. I'm sure he lingers around their premises constantly.
Miss Crown, couldn't we maybe have 2 pairs of binoculars?
You don't have eyes, either of you. Just say no and move on!
I love that this bonk gives them like a red mark on their heads.
Oh no.
2 pairs of binoculars. I Winston Church.
Wait, has it always said something up there?
Oh no, has it?
I don't know!
I think before it mentioned about like whether or not to listen to them, but I'm now double guessing. Scare him a little, or just say no and move on.
Let's say no and move on. It's not we won't be mean to our dumbass mobsters. No! Billy! Go get some fresh batteries for your megaphone from upstairs.
Why are you giving him the megaphone? Mingus, what are you doing?
She has an evil plan.
So you're saying...
Yes. You can have the megaphone back. On the condition that you don't use it here again. If you need to release that zestful, pent-up energy of yours during one of our meetings, then just scream into a pillow or something. Like a normal person, Billy. Like a normal person.
Can't be one of the novelty throw pillows you have in your lounge that looks just like your face.
Why would you want to? Fine. It's a compromise, I guess. Sure.
Wait, why can't he retrieve the eggs instead? It'll only take him a literal minute to find the batteries.
Are you seriously asking why I'm not entrusting Billy to retrieve a set of items that are specifically renowned for being incredibly fragile? An item that is also consistently used for obnoxious pranks by youthful delinquents such as himself.
Do we really want them intact, Mingus?
I guarantee you, if you let him lay a finger on a single one of those eggs, we'll have to scrub the front of the town hall for a solid week to dispel the smell of rotten egg yolk. She has a point.
Yeah, it's true. I would totally betray you guys to vandalize your clubhouse the literal moment I felt like it. Well, what about the hobo? He's not doing anything.
Did Bunny legitimately die?
I mean, he was crushed by Madame Mediocre.
Yes.
He might
but
be
it's a
dead,
year later.
Or he might be in a full body cast.
He's in a coma, actually. He's warming Bunny's seat. I believe one day Bunny will wake up, and he will rejoin us. I have to believe this. Because he's so annoying. The hobo god is coming.
Mingus is like, I miss my bunny.
I miss my bunny.
He always brought burgers to the meeting.
Very important.
Oh, come on. Seriously.
He's doing what I'm paying him for, which is more than I can say for you, Abel.
Mayor, can I have some more dog food, please?
You get half at the beginning and half at the end, as agreed. I feel like my voice is getting too close to the voice I do for the cryptid.
That's alright. Maybe they're both cryptids.
I mean, she does have a cat for a head.
And a tail.
And a tail.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, Abel, you're the only one of us here with the keys to the fun fair.
I could easily give them to someone else.
You'd have to page your ticket booth employee and let him know someone else was coming in on your behalf if we sent anyone else.
You could pay like $2 or $3 and he'll let you in.
Sweet! $2 or $3!
It's literally the price of a ticket.
Fat chance of that working. Oh wait, I forgot, that's not me.
It's cool.
That's not me.
The guy's a moron. He'd somehow screw up opening the gate for us if we trusted him with the responsibility. Probably set the whole booth on fire or something. That does sound like something that,
He'd do?
Randy would end up accidentally doing.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm paying him, it's far too much.
Hang on. Are you even paying him minimum wage?
I stand by my statement.
How about this? If you go now, I promise you won't have to go back out again for the rest of the night. Which suits me, since you have no useful attributes aside from owning numerous roller coasters. So it's not like you're good for anything else.
Wow.
Just lay into him, ma'am.
Alright. You didn't have to be so scathing about it.
Next time, do what you're told the first time I ask. And I'll give you a wrapped peppermint instead of a harsh reality check. Wink.
She has peppermints.
Now get going. I believe we're all ready to initiate stage 2.
Wait, hold on. I have a question. Guess
That's like God. God has a question. Hear him out. Alright, out with it then.
If we're all preoccupied with warming seats, tranquilizing Bigfoot, screaming into pillows and whatnot, then what's stopping Phonegingi from just walking right back into town? I am God, so I would know this. They're on their way.
They're on their way right now. Moving at the speed of Phonegingi.
That's to say, somewhere between 0 and the speed of light.
Yes. Phonegingi may be annoyingly persistent, yes, but they're also easily deterred by even the most trivial obstacles.
I have laid out Rubik's Cubes surrounding the town's perimeter.
It's impossible to get past.
Norm just steps over the Rubik's Cubes. Phonegingi, no, don't be a hero!
Yes.
Yaha, the classic battle of the foam brick versus the undrivable car.
No offense, what the fuck did you just say?
It only makes sense to gods.
Hush you. Anyway, even if Phonegingi were to somehow make it back into town, well, Whoever finds them would no doubt see the note stapled to their spine and swiftly report the encounter to us. Although, something tells me our green friend won't be sighted again.
What, your brain?
Yes, but also no. You see, I placed something quite interesting along the outskirts of town.
Norm, look, the world's biggest ball of yarn.
Something akin to, say, a scarecrow. Should the stitched one wander back into the perimeter of Dialtown after a year of begging for scraps elsewhere, it'll stumble across my surprise and likely won't stop running until it reaches the next county. Or more likely collapses face down on a waterlogged ditch and gets mistaken for green roadkill the next morning.
Come on, it couldn't be that repugnant. That ever eats gravel from the sides of train tracks. You're underestimating their depravity.
Oh, you don't understand my minute spite child.
Minute spite child.
My minute spite child, it's spelled the same way. I had this thing engineered from pieces of the 3 most unnerving objects I could gather. A cucumber!
Okay, so we're dealing with a combination of that horrible statue that Karen destroyed, Scott the Squatch, and, I don't know, Madam Mediocre?
I'd buy that. I'd completely buy that.
I'm locking that in.
You're locking that in. You'd like to lock in your answer.
Mingus, please stop screaming in my ear. The moment I had said I'm locking that in, just immediately the Mau just screamed in my ear.
All 3 entities shared a dark, potent energy. And as one being, I think you might be right. We possess a truly wretched force to be reckoned with. Granted, quite unlikely that they'll actually find it after not being seen for a whole year. Oh,
no.
God!
Oh,
no, I think you were right.
I was 2/3 right. I did not anticipate that, what was the...
Oh, no!
Bertha. That
Bertha!
would be massacred.
No, how could you do this?
Oh, God, what is that?
An appropriate response. Oh, no, is it moving, or am I walking around it? What on God's green earth have we just encountered?
Hat from Big Bertha.
Knickknacks from Madam Mediocre.
Entire essence of Greg.
Big Gregma, no! No!
How could you do this to Madam Mediocre and Big Bertha?
Yeah.
They didn't deserve this.
Greg deserved everything, but Bertha and Madam Mediocre did not deserve this.
No!
Seeing this is the worst thing to happen to anyone in all of history!
F! Ah! Or just shoots.
What they weren't expecting is that Phonegingi had an armed friend.
Yeah?
You missed!
I don't miss.
Wow. Wow.
You were saying...
Nor my.
The scariest face he's made so far.
You look like the Grinch right now. How?
When you live in the middle of bum F nowhere, there's really only 3 things that you have to occupy yourself with. Chewing tin cans, hunting for your supper, and swan flies, all 3 of which majorly help you hone your aim.
Have you been shooting at flies?
Specifically that 3rd one. Good lord, the amount of critters that you get wandering and flying into your house.
Are you crying right now?
Yes.
Are you okay?
You really are moping.
The largest of which was me!
And the most annoyingly persistent. At least flies move away from you for a moment when you swat at them.
I'm a lovable creature. And you slaughtered Big Gregma, saving my life. I owe you my life, Norm.
Well, not quite, since you weren't in any actual danger, partner. You essentially just S yourself over a weird-looking scarecrow.
But had you not shot it, oh Lord, I'd have run until I hit the next county. Or, collapse in a ditch 2 miles up the road.
Mingus knows them so well.
Yes, she does. You cared enough to shoot it for my sake.
Have we already met Karen off camera? I hope not.
I hope not. You do have a kind heart, Norm.
I shot it because you were screaming right in my ear. I do have an ear on each side of my head, you know.
Oh well, at least Big Gregma is fucking dead forever.
Should I ask how in tarnation you knew what this appalling abomination's name was?
I met its 3 constituent parts as distinct entities in 3 of the 4 routes.
What?
Never mind. Anyway, I'm 80% sure the mayor slapped it together with shit she found round town.
Of course, only a creature as vile and depraved as Mayor Mingus could conceive an entity this obscene.
Yeah, I think Mayor Mingus might just be Kitty Satan.
Oh, it'll be as sweet as molasses to see that cat get what she deserves. Kitty face.
Kitty face. Yeah, I can't wait to see the look on her face when I return to town.
Yeah, sure. Come on, we're a spin distance from the lake. With any luck, that printer pal of yours still be loitering around. Good, we haven't missed Karen. I'd be so mad if they skipped over Karen.
I was like, I wouldn't think that Dogman would do that to us, but...
Karen, it's me! It's Phonegingi! You remember? Relative of Typo? We met at that birthday party? Actually, we might have met
6 other cryptids.
We might have met in the bank, actually. Or maybe, did we meet at, the end of, the corner store? I don't remember.
Our version of the timeline is so confusing.
But Phonegingi's just like, I don't remember. That I talk with the other cryptids and we all, refer to ourselves as if, everything revolves around us, so we end up kind of
They're actually
getting confused.
like a hive mind.
Hive mind.
Phonegingi? It's been so long. What are you doing out here? Did your cat homing instincts follow me out here? Did you pick up my scent? If you did, that's extraordinarily impressive, given that I haven't seen you in at least a year. Norm! I want, like, a bunch of pictures of all of Norm's, like, expressions. All of them. There has to be quite a few.
Yeah?
I ain't surprised in the slightest to hear that they've got the nose of a bloodhound.
Actually, no. You see, all the cough nectar I've drank has really dulled my palate. I don't quite have the nose of a bloodhound. More of a elderly pug, perhaps. Say, Karen, what are you doing out here anyway? Ignores Norm. It's like dusk and junk. The moon is out. Are you a werewolf?
Have you ever tried to paint the moon during the day?
I'm sure I could if I... Norm, have you been to the moon?
I've passed it, but I've never stepped foot on it. Didn't want to have to brawl with the feral folks who still live up there.
Wait, what? Are there aliens up there?
There are aliens in this world. Well, not quite aliens now. What, do you actually believe the first folks who went up there actually came back down? We made that as a PR stunt. We left them there. They're still there to this day. That's cute.
I'd like to say that is funny to think that Dialtown operates in the universe in which we left the first men on the moon. Because that was a possibility.
No, that's terrible. People assume the landing was faked, but really, it was everything after. We just threw some people up there. But Neil Armstrong did come back to Earth, though.
Oh, Karen.
You sure about that? Have you met him, huh? Actually, I have. He signed my toy rocket ship at a space convention years ago.
That's adorable.
That is so cute. That's not the same Neil who landed on the moon. Trust me on this one. So, wait, then who was... You don't have the necessary clearance to know that, partner. So, Phonegingi, are you gonna introduce me to the eccentric dude to my left who visually clashes with himself, or... Hey now! Don't you dare cast your narrow-minded judgment about how I look. Well, I'm an artist, Norm, so I know visual consistency when I see it, or in your case, lack thereof.
Karen, don't kill the man!
I will go for the throat every time. You know this, Phonegingi.
That's true.
I don't do subtlety, but even for me, you've got a lot going on.
Alright, you two seem to be coexisting. Karen, meet Sergeant Norm Allen. Norm, this here be Karen.
Howdy, ma'am.
He's essentially a cranky space cowboy, as you can see.
Yeah, I figured that much out on my own. Is there much else to him?
Nah, not really. Being a cosmic yeehaw grumpo is basically the whole gist of him.
Hey, just because I was an astronaut from the West does not make me a... You're wearing an American cowboy hat and a NASA suit, and you haven't smiled once since we've met, to my knowledge. I have a little, like, pout smile. So this is what a rootin' tootin' existential crisis feels like.
Cowboy crisis.
Alright, now that the introductions are out of the way. Why exactly are you gallivanting around the woods with a sardonic space cowboy, Phonegingi?
Oh, so funny story about that. Just hands her the note.
Yes.
Here's my introduction.
Here's my introduction.
It all started when I pissed off the wrong cat.
Oh, for crying out loud. I'll just fill her in. It'll be much quicker, much less confusing for everyone involved.
Don't interrupt my flashback.
Several minutes of actually coherent explanation later. Look at this! So, that's just of it, I suppose. Yeah, get all of that?
Karen? Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
That tracks, unfortunately. Yeah, I believe so. But, wait. How did they manage to cram them into a regular-sized cat carrier? That is the truly scariest thing in this entire event. Especially for me.
Phonegingi? Oh, I fold.
I fold.
Folds
like
themselves up like like a piece of origami.
Yes.
Karen? Horrifying.
That is horrifying. With great difficulty, I'd imagine. Alright. Thanks for clarifying. That was the only question I had. No, wait. Actually, I have one other. Didn't you have a typewriter head the last I saw you, Phonegingi?
Okay, they can change their...
One second, hold the phone. You look incredibly different.
Yes, no, maybe. Are you maybe thinking about my relative typo?
Cool. So, what are you two looking for from me? Taxi fare? An alibi? Do you need someone to help you bury a body?
Karen is 100% down for committing crimes.
She left the bank and she's been willing to do crime ever since. We definitely didn't drag her into any crimes.
What we did, but then she's the one that took the lead after that.
That's true. Well, a way to get smuggled back into Dialtown and just be dandy, ma'am. If you weren't to know of such a way, that is. If you were to know of such a way, that is.
There may be security wandering around the perimeter of town, watching for my inevitable return. So we'll need to get smuggled into town, inside something inconspicuous. Karen's just like, where did you learn these words?
Norm.
I've been talking to Norm and eating a dictionary.
I could take you back in a handbag.
Let's do it.
Like a little chihuahua. If you can fold into a cat carrier, you can definitely get in this handbag. Granted, I don't normally carry one of those around with me, so it might look a tad suspicious. Also, the handbag would have to be large enough to fit both of you inside, which would almost certainly look suspicious. She's
Karen
walking
just-
around with a duffel bag.
Karen just comes in with a suitcase.
Oh, Lord. Just cram the two of us into a pair of big old suitcases and call it a day. Do you seriously think I'm going to wheel both of you all the way to town? Asking me to lug just one of you back to town would be a ridiculous request, let alone both of you.
Come on, Caramel.
Referring to me as Caramel while simultaneously trying to gain a favor from me is quite a foolish strategy, you know. Also, what if those hypothetical?
Hypothetical?
Hypothetical is definitely that word. Also, what if those hypothetical guards were to stop me? What would I even say is contained in my 2 massive, pulsating, grunting suitcases, if questioned?
Just say they have miscellaneous cargo in 'em. Works every time.
Your ideas stink, for the record. I want that taken down. As the record, your ideas are terrible. Don't be rude to Phonegingi.
Only Karen can be rude to Phonegingi.
Only Karen can be rude to Phonegingi. Oh, come on, you're hardly a walking beam of sunshine yourself. Phonegingi and I go way back. I'm not the one giving a total stranger a rude introduction.
In fairness, you were vocally repulsed by me when we met.
At least I let you know that right from the get-go. I feel that was earned, though. Alright then, genius, think of another plan.
Okay, we do have to stop.
Okay, so we'll think of another plan next time.
Yes. I hope you enjoyed
I
this,
have.
seeing Karen by the lake.
Karen.
But yeah, we will be back with more Dialtown and seeing how Phonegingi gets us into Dialtown.
Yes.
Honestly, I kind of feel like if we just walk in, they're
I
not
don't
gonna
think there's a
stop us.
guard, yeah.
Someone's going to be like, oh no, the cryptid's returned. Flee for your lives.
I feel like Mingus is both incredibly well organized, but also incredibly not as organized as she'd like to be. So honestly, I think walking into Dialtown is a completely valid option.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Watch me be wrong. But you know.
I'm just picturing going in like, wait, I have a plan. Takes our phone off, dials number. Hey Oliver, can you come pick me up?
That's a good point. They could have called anyone except Karen. Oh, well, Karen and Bigfoot. Neither of them have phone heads. Why call Oliver instead of Randy? Well, Randy has no way of getting anywhere.
Oliver is more likely to have a car.
Yeah. Oliver could have a car. Randy would be like, that's great, buddy. I hope you get some help. Or he's gonna be like, I'm coming, and he's running on, like, in the wrong direction.
Randy calls the swans to come get
He
us.
calls the swans.
Anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
we'll see you next time.
Yeah. See ya.